Summer Game Fest is back, baby.
Okay, we knew this, didn't we?
Here's the funny thing about Summer Game Fest. It's starting off literally the same weekend as E3. I mean, Jeff Keighley's not giving a fuck.
No, Jeff Keighley is full on power play at this point.
He is not giving a fuck. So we're gonna run down the schedule so far and the all the people who are going to be associated with all the companies, right? So starting on June 10th, it's called the Kickoff Live. They're gonna have Weezer. I didn't know Weezer was still around. Like,
what are these homies dissing my girl?
Yeah, they got some new ones here.
So good for them. So June 12th, that the first day of E3, by the way, they're going to be holding Ubisoft Forward. It's kind of funny. It's happening at the same time that Ubisoft would normally happen during E3 weekend. So Ubisoft Forward on June 12th. June 16th, we got Steam Next Fest. It says 6 days, hundreds of demos. So is this the thing where they're going to let people play demos on Steam? Is that what's going to be happening there? I heard something like that maybe happening.
Yeah, a few of them I heard they were going to start releasing demos, basically. Bringing it back as if it was never a thing. We've always had demos before, but whatever. Yeah.
And then the last thing that's scheduled, again, you're going to fill out the schedule as things go on. July 22nd, this is a whole month afterwards, right? After E3, after all that, EA Play. EA Play. But right now, let's run through all the companies that are going to be showing things at the Summer Games Fest.
Yo, man, is Havoc Physics going to show up?
Let me look. We'll see. I'm looking at the 8th section. Okay, we got 2K. They're going to be there. Activision. Amazon Games. Annapurna Interactive. I know that name somewhere. Blizzard Entertainment. Capcom. Devolver Digital. Dotemu. EA. Epic Games. Finji, I don't know who that is. Frontier, Gearbox, Hi-Res Studios, Inner Sloth. That's another one I don't know. Koch Media, Mediatonic, Mihoho. Sorry,
Koch Media, isn't that? Aren't they an evil empire?
Koch Media.
Yeah, aren't they an evil empire?
I don't know.
Well, they own Deep Silver.
Yeah.
That's what makes Saints Row.
Okay.
I guess they're not. I guess they're not the.
No, they're not.
It sounds evil, man.
It sounds evil. Mihoyo. I don't know what that is. It says Tech Otaku Save the World. Okay.
Mihoyo.
They also do that Genshin Impact as well.
Oh, a Genshin Impact company.
Oh, okay. So it is the evil empire.
That's the we got Bandai Namco. You already know. Psyonix. Oh, cool. Psyonix. Raw Fury. Riot Games. Saber Interactive. Sega. Here's an interesting one. You know, PlayStation's not gonna be at E3, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be at Summer Games Fest.
It's like, well, they got the Jeff Keighley connection.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that something?
He could just call him up and be like, hey, I mean, come on. He literally had the most exclusive shit that anybody could have. He was playing Astro's Playroom with the PlayStation 5 controller.
Yeah. And then with all the stuff he did with your Death Stranding and all that.
You already know. Jeff Keighley, this was Jeff Keighley. I'm going to do an impression. You guys who are listening can't fucking see this, obviously, but this is Jeff Keighley. Remember that but for you guys listening, I was blowing into my fucking controller like Jeff Keighley was during his demo. So yeah, Sony's gonna be there. Okay, now this is interesting. So I already said Amazon Games gonna be there. Prime Gaming is also gonna be there.
There's a lot of redundancy in this thing.
Yeah, we'll go
Isn't
to
that
those.
the same? That's one and the same.
It is the same thing. I don't know. Square,
it could be just a different division.
Could be.
Yeah.
Square Enix. We got Steam. We got Manny, your favorite, 10-cent games.
Oh, the other evil empire.
Yeah. This is interesting. Tribeca Festival is here.
The Tribeca Film Festival?
No, it just said, no, not even film or gaming. It says Tribeca Festival.
Maybe they're showing something off that's in a game. Maybe they're doing a FMV type thing.
I don't know, man.
No, it's not a studio. I think it's just like an event within itself, because it says Tribeca Festival 2021 presented by AT&T.
By the way, we're going to talk about AT&T in a bit. You know. Okay, we got Ubisoft, as we mentioned. Warner Brothers. We're going to be talking about them in a minute. Wizards of the Coast. That's Magic the Gathering, right?
Yeah, they make games. But they also make a lot of the phone games and stuff like that.
Okay.
They brought a lot of those Magic the Gathering games over to mobile.
Yeah, and then they have my favorite game company, according to the Sony ponies, the Xbox. Xbox going to be there. Okay. All right, so Carlos, let's name some of these redundancies.
Well, the whole Amazon games and Prime Gaming, it sounds kind of redundant. The Epic Games and Tencent games, I'm like, no one gives a shit about Tencent. But I mean, they're kind of under the same
umbrella. Biggest fucking game company out there, man.
They got their hands in everybody else's pockets. So
well, yeah, but that's why I say like Epic Games is kind of redundant.
Yeah, why even bring it up? You know what I mean? It's like all these studios are almost all of them are funded by Tencent in some way.
By the way, I'm gonna give myself the Summer Games Fest background because they're purple, so we're purple right now. You know?
Oh, you purple. Purple.
Yeah, but Tencent is like probably the biggest game company out there. Like, they're fucking huge.
Yeah, but whenever people think of Tencent, the biggest one is Epic Games, and that's like I think they're the biggest shareholder of Epic Games, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Yeah.
They also own a Quantic Dream too.
Yeah, they do.
They somehow a big part of Bungie also.
Huh?
The big part of Bungie, right? Didn't they give a shitload of money to Bungie? It was like $100-something million or something like that.
There's two companies that are also that are like Chinese companies that are investing in a bunch of Western companies. So
I remember that was a big deal that once the Activision deal fell off, and they were like, "Oh, what is Bungie going to do?" And I'm like, "We're good. We got that Tencent money." And
we got more than 10 cent. We got more than 10 cent. Oh,
now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Gearbox part of 2K?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
It's a student, but I think they're breaking off. No, they're not breaking off. They're moving out of tech. They're breaking off for the state. All right, keep going.
And like Tribeca Film Festival, why the hell is that shit?
Yeah, why is that?
Like
it makes no sense.
It's more of an ad, and then the whole Steam thing. Like they don't make games anymore. It's like, but Valve doesn't.
Yeah.
Unless they're doing some kind of connection with some gaming films, maybe like Uncharted or something, and they're going to show. But that's a wide audience. Tribeca is usually it's like indie film, so it wouldn't be anything like that. I don't know.
No, Tribeca.
They've done game stuff. They've done game stuff.
Tribeca is kind of an all-encompassing sort of thing now. Like
they're trying to be like South by Southwest.
They're not only showing films, but they're also sort of featuring like film-like things. Kind of that's why they had like people like Sam Lake and Kojima there, because they kind of make the most sort of cinematic film-ish type of games. You know, Cory Barlog was also there too.
Remember, what was it? Rockstar's LA Noire won an award.
Yeah,
remember, because it had all those real actors in there, and they were these are real actors with expression, so that qualifies.
Yeah, they also ran some sort of a reveal trailer or something like that through Tribeca as well. So they're sort of doing that sort of as well. It's funny, like, you know, again, Tribeca Film, you know, doing gaming stuff. It's like, how many game studios are even left in New York nowadays?
Rockstar's in New York.
Rockstar's like the biggest one.
Yeah,
Avalanche, right? They're still there.
Are they?
Avalanche upstate, yeah.
Okay, yeah. There. Well, they're being folded into Blizzard. So you remember that?
That's right. Yeah. I went to visit Avalanche a few years ago for Skylanders. Remember that series?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they moved on to Crash Bandicoot. Those guys.
Yeah.
And then that's kaput.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there's Summer Game Fest. So, but the other reason I brought this story up is just like, you know, because people are excited. Oh, E3's back. We're going to have a solid week of gaming. No, you're not going to have a whole summer of gaming again. You know, this is nonsense.
I barely remember the last summer of
gaming.
Yeah,
it's so spread out. You know?
Yeah, it was spread out. It's like, oh, tune in for this hour here. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of that shit. Any of the Jeff Keighley stuff. Like, I saw 2 seconds of Jeff Keighley's face in the camera looking with the controller like this. I was like, okay, we don't need to see that. Just get out of the camera.
Yeah.
It looks like Prime Gaming is just for rewards. So, Adam, remember when we tied in Rockstar to Twitch?
Yeah.
So, you use Prime Gaming to track that stuff, all your rewards. and you can tie in other games into it and claim rewards.
Yep.
So it's like a reward system.
So then, all right. So that's what they're calling it now. Just so
They're
that's
calling it Prime Gaming.
So they need to call it reward shit because it's really what it is. It's right.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with gaming. Yeah, it's all in-game rewards. Yeah,
it's just in-game rewards. I keep forgetting. I wish there was a way to set like alarms, have your games that you play, and then say, hey, do you want a little bell? Like if there's ever a reward for this game, do you want to be notified? Because I miss shit. I'm not always on Twitch just checking the log. You know, like you see when we get those this money away. You know, in-game currency.
But it's weird stuff. I have checked. I logged into it, and the latest KO Perico reward. It says it's claimed. It auto-claimed it for me.
What?
Yeah. So I even have Red Dead Online.
Chris, somebody hacked your account. They're claiming your shit. They're claiming your shit. Let me see right now.
Anyway,
it says Red Dead Online. I got a reward for 50% off advanced camera or something like that. I'm like, I haven't played Red Dead Online since we played it on stream.
Shit. Well, you got to be careful with that.
Was that the time that Blake got dragged in the streets? Said somebody, a horse member, that got dragged in the streets?
Is that a reward or is that a coupon?
I don't know what it is. It just says I claimed it. I have no idea.
Yeah, I think that's clever advertising because the rewards they generally be like, $1 million like in-game money or blah 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 or this other thing. Like, congratulations, you've won a coupon. Sounds a little bit fucking fishy to me.